Is this one of the largest breweries in the Palestinian territories?
This is the first microbrewery in the Middle East and probably the biggest microbrewery in the Middle East. I'm going to take a sample from the nozzle and then give it to you to sample.
Sounds good.
It's almost done, but this is the freshest beer you'll ever have.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers. What is this part of the process here?
So in order to send the beer to Jerusalem, we have to have a Hebrew sticker on every bottle of beer. Palestinians are under a lot of restrictions imposed by the Israelis. We're not allowed to go through any road when we want to send our beer to, let's say, Jerusalem, which is just 20 minutes away from here. We have to go through a commercial checkpoint. We have to have a Hebrew sticker on every bottle of beer in order to pass that checkpoint.
So it just slows everything down.
It slows everything down. It's very costly. It's very time-consuming. It's very frustrating.
Jared Kushner and the Trump administration say that they want to help Palestinians. Do you believe that's true?
No.
Why?
My personal opinion. If they wanted to help, they wouldn't cut off the U.S. aid coming into the Palestinian government and funding projects worth millions of dollars and employing jobs for Palestinians.
A huge cash injection, $50 billion is the plan. Is that going to help? I mean, everybody can use money, right?
Right, but unfortunately, I don't believe that's the best way for the Palestinian economy and the Palestinian state to grow and to be strong. Palestinians need to invest their own money, knowledge, and experience and education into the country and not rely on foreign funds that may stop in any minute, and then we're in a crisis.
Is there anger over the plan, or is there just sort of nothing? I mean,
Definitely anger.
Yeah?
I mean, there's a conference going on about the Palestinian economy, and there are no Palestinian representation at the conference. So it doesn't make sense. It's unfair.
Do you guys need money? Do Palestinians need more money, or do they need? What do
I think
they
we need to be left alone.
Yeah.
From the U.S., from the Israelis. If we were to be left alone as Palestinians, and have less restrictions imposed on us, we would grow, and this country would be so successful. It would thrive. It would be independent.
Hey, NBC News viewers, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here, and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.